Hi guys, welcome to another video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Gemma. So in today's video I want to walk you guys through my Z palette. I've been meaning to do this video for a really long time, I just never got around to it. Before we jump into the video, if you're not already subscribed, please do, and you can follow me on my social media and everything. So just for a little bit of context, I have the large Z palette in black. It holds 28 pans, but there was a lot of controversy on the internet recently concerning Z Palette, the company. So if you guys don't want to support them, Freedom have their own empty magnetic palette, which is £5 in Superdrug, or MAC, Morphe, Makeup Forever. They all do their own sorts of palettes. This is just the one that I had beforehand. So I've kind of been building this palette over time. If you're looking at getting a Z palette, this isn't really something that I would consider quick to build because it does get a little bit pricey depending on the types of eyeshadows that you're buying. I'd say 80% of mine is Makeup Geek single eyeshadows, and then the rest are probably NYX. So this is kind of just the style that I wanted to go with. It's warm neutrals, browns, oranges, reds, all my favourite colours. And then the fourth row on the bottom kind of has all of the colours. So I've got some purples, some reds, some blues, and then a black. And these are really just in here because my other mini Z palette is full of like duochromes and stuff, so I didn't have anywhere else to put them. Just from personal experience, I definitely think Makeup Geek is 100% the way to go if you're looking at building a Z palette. You can get hold of Makeup Geek eyeshadow pans from Beauty Bay now, and they don't even cost £5 each, so they're relatively cheap considering I think MAC single eyeshadows are £10, so Makeup Geek is amazing quality and it's cheap, and you can also get it in the UK. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk you guys through each row, and I will have swatches pop up on the screen and everything. So starting from the top row, it kind of just goes down in gradient. So the first shade that I have is Shimmer Shimmer from Makeup Geek. This is just a beautiful white pearly shimmery shade. It's great for highlighting your inner corner, your brow bone. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes today and I absolutely love it. So the second shade is Gumdrop by NYX, and this is kind of just a soft pink with silver flecks through it. It's just one of those really nice subtle pink shades. The third shade that I have is something that I think every single eyeshadow palette should have, and it's a bone coloured eyeshadow. This is Vixen from NYX, and it's just a matte cream colour, and I use this, as you can see I have a hit pan, but I use it every single day to set my eyeshadow, highlight my brow bone, my inner corner, blend out any harsh edges, anything like that, I reach for Vixen. So getting more into the kind of transition shades, the first one that I have is Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's a really light peach colour, and like I said, I absolutely adore Makeup Geek shadows. The next shade that I have is so perfect for autumn. It's just this pumpkin orange matte eyeshadow, and it is Early Bird from Makeup Geek. I think this is absolutely perfect for Halloween, for autumn. It's just amazing. So the next shade that I have is Sex Kitten from NYX, and this is kind of just a peachy pink with gold reflex in it. It's such a pretty colour and I really like it to pop on the lid. And then the last shadow in the first row is Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek, and it's just a really nice soft matte brown colour. Moving on to the second row, this is not my finest moment. It looks super pretty, but looking back on it now, it's just not necessary or efficient to have this many different shades of brown, but I do. Starting from this side, the shades are Latte, Frappe, Tan Lines, Cocoa Bear, and Cabin Fever, and that is all of these. So they kind of go down in shades. I really love Cabin Fever, which is this one here. This was one of the shades that they launched in fall 2016, as well as this one up here. So I really like those two shades, but these kind of just vary from slightly cooler tones to warmer toned browns. And then moving on to the slightly darker tones, we have Bitten, which is this really beautiful red crimson shade, and then Americano, which is just this really deep brown. And the whole of the second row is from Makeup Geek. Moving on to the third row, it's kind of just more bronzy golden shade. The first one is Roulette from Makeup Geek, and it's just the most beautiful rose gold copper shade. The second one is Goddess from Makeup Geek, and to be entirely honest, I think they're fairly similar. I think one is a little bit more pinky undertone and the other one is slightly more kind of brown undertone, if that makes sense. And then the next three shades that I have here are all from NYX. So the first one is Fireball, which is so similar to Roulette. It's just a really nice coppery rose gold shade again. And then these two shades here are both Sunset Days from NYX. I didn't realise that I already owned the eyeshadow, so I have two now. Being completely honest, pretty much these shades are all exactly the same, so you could kind of just go through the swatches and see whichever one is best for you. And the last two on the row are really beautiful kind of molten gold colours. The first one is Hypnotize, and it's got a slightly more green olive tint to it, which is really pretty. And then the last one is Liquid Gold, and it literally looks like liquid gold in the pan. It's amazing. Then finally moving on to the last row where there's a little bit more colour. The first shade is Lolita from NYX, and it's just this really beautiful soft pastel lilac colour. The second one is Pink Lady, also from NYX, and it's just this really nice satin deep purple, and I think it's actually got reflex of like a blue shade in it, which is really nice. The more reddish purple is Addiction from NYX, and I think the shade is absolutely stunning. And then this red here, which is just, it's crushed, it's been through a lot. This is Bad Seed from NYX. Bad Seed is kind of a red with golden flecks in it, and it's definitely an interesting colour. I've actually worn it quite a few times. And then this beautiful teal shade is Dare from NYX. And then this is the only Morphe shade that I have in this palette, and it is Sapphire. This is the first Morphe single eyeshadow that I've ever tried, and honestly the pigment is amazing. Just the quality of this eyeshadow really surprised me. So I think I'm probably going to pick up a few more of these. And then the last shade is Raven from NYX, which is just a matte black. Like I said with the bone coloured shadow, I think that every eyeshadow palette should have a matte black. So that is everything in my Z palette for the time being. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week. It just fell all on my jeans and my laptop. I knew I shouldn't have done that.